Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Maud Afro Mama, the undisputed African queen. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I'm your girl, Maud Afro Mama. If you are here for the first time and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I remain your girl, the undisputed African queen. Let's get this thing going on. It's Belle Collective, season 2, 3, episode 1. Let's get this thing. I'm waiting for my girls. Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Mother from Mama, the undisputed African queen. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to speak on Belle Collective, episode 1 of this current season. I'm waiting for my friend Goody. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Listen, we have our podcast, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I'm your girl, Mother from Mama, the undisputed African queen. Okay. Listen, if you're here for the first time, you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, listen to what Z has to say about the undisputed African queen.
She's undisputed. She's Africana. And she's a queen. So you better subscribe. Her name is Mo Afro Mama. She's on fire. So get to subscribing. The button's right there, right there. Please subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe.
She's undisputed. She's Africana. And she's a queen. So you better
not plan on doing that. I did not plan on doing that. I was actually trying. My screen is a little bit messed up. Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah, that's what I want to do because I'm waiting for my friends Goody Gabar and Erica so that we can speak on that dude who was. Why was he putting some whipped cream on his whole mouth? Like that dude annoyed me big time. Here is exactly Erica.
Hey everyone.
Hello. What's going on?
Okay, so I'm in my car if it sounds crazy, but otherwise I'm good for the moment.
Life.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. Hustle and bustle, trying to handle things with my mom, which are crazy, but otherwise I'm doing good.
Listen, you're doing fine. You're gonna be fine.
Thank you. Keep us in your prayers, girl. We are trying to manifest over here, so I need to manifest more money. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? Oh, okay. So I watched our first episode of Belle Collective, and what have I seen? I think I've seen everything. So I saw Belle Collective. Are we still doing Put a Ring on It? That thing is still on, right?
Yeah. We can finish up
with
that
right,
too.
That's right. You did that last night. That's right.
Let's start with the Belle Collective because Belle Collective was giving me everything. You know what I mean? Like.
Yes. Okay, let's start off because I feel like I watched it on Friday. Let me think.
Well, Friday.
Daddy was acting a fool, so let's watch. Or when does it come on?
Was it
Yeah,
Friday?
it was Friday. I think I saw it Friday, and I'm like, okay, wait, how did it start again? So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, go ahead,
Mhm.
girl, if you
So
started already.
Zaddy is being disrespected in his own house, and the wife is allowing this to happen.
Okay, well, I mean,
Don't tell me that you're gonna be siding with that dude who is coming. I've rescued you from what is it called? I'm looking for the word. Uh, what is the water called? They have a problem with the water in Mississippi.
right, right.
I've
So yeah, like
rescued
I
you.
remember when they had those water issues, it was
That
almost like
contamination of the water.
Michigan. It was horrible. I do remember that. So I think, well, two things. I mean, I think the guy is wrong because he's in, Zaddy's house or whatever. However, Zaddy is controlling. He do act like her daddy, and that guy is just looking out for his friend. In all honesty,
She's been married for 7 years. You're not gonna be just because you've been rescued for the water contamination. You think that you're gonna rescue this marriage and you're gonna give her a different perspective of her marriage. She has been married for 7 years. I
and
am
she's
not
been
gonna allow
unhappy at least from the
anybody.
last season to this season. She definitely has
Girl,
felt like he's controlling. She definitely
he
will
is
leave and
controlling.
come back and all this stuff. So like, so that's the thing. I mean, I think you have to watch yourself when you're in their house for sure. But at the end of the day, he ain't lying about nothing he said.
He's not
There's no
lying.
lie there.
Listen, Erica, he's not lying about nothing. It is the disrespect. You can come over here and tell me everything that you see about my husband, but it's the way you deliver your message. He would have gone to the side in the bedroom, like, when they went to the bedroom, she was looking for the tears because there are no tears. I could not see any tears. All right. And dude say, don't get emotional. That girl was not getting any emotional. I could not see any tears. When they went to the bedroom and they were talking about, her
Yes, yes, yes. Maybe she's not that great of an actress. The tears on the inside, Maud. I can see the tears on the inside. Maybe they weren't on her face, but I saw those tears on the inside, girl. She was crying
girl, I have
because
not
she
seen no
knows
tears on the
she
inside.
knows that she
Listen,
knows she is she's just like old girl from Potomac, Heather. She done sold her soul for a paycheck. And she's trying. I mean, I actually like Zaddy for the most part. Like, I like his sort of Southern flavor. But at the end of the day, she knows he's treating her like she's his child. That's
I
absolutely
don't think
how.
so. I don't think I disagree. Just because somebody is controlling doesn't mean that like I listen. First of all, Zaddy is a good guy to allow you. Listen, I was watching it and I was like, oh my gosh, my husband will never allow anybody to talk to him the way this dude is talking to him, and especially when I'm rescuing you from a situation. Can you put respect on this? I am the head of this household. Who do you think you're talking to? Who do you think you are addressing? Are you married? Do you know who do you think you're talking to? But then in his
I mean,
confessionals, and then wait, Erica, listen, don't stop extending grace to this man because he does not deserve any grace. And then on his confessions, like, you're Zaddy, I don't know, born 1970. I hate when people start bringing age into any situation. What does that have to do with anything?
well, I don't know if it's age or money or both, but because he pays all the bills, because he is older, he does treat her a certain way. And it's
But
got
she
to be
but she
hard
calls
to see
but
your
she calls
friend.
him but she calls him perfect. She says he's perfect. Now, listen, my husband is not
I mean,
perfect.
he is perfect when, wait, hold on. He is perfect when, I'm trying to recall now, isn't she the one where her father left and then the brothers
Yes,
got killed
yes,
and all this other stuff?
yes,
So he
yes.
is perfect compared to people going to prison or being murdered. So that's why she probably got into that situation. But as she grows, as her brand grows, as this grows, I actually like Zaddy mostly when he's being fun and cool, but when he's like controlling her, she just seems, she seems sad. It's got to be hard being in the house, seeing your friend, not happy. And if
I
she
hear
ain't in the
you.
bedroom
I
with
hear you.
Zaddy, then he absolutely is not happy. Now, I agree with you in that you can't be in somebody's house where they pay the bills and you ain't got water talking to them crazy. So I agree with you on that he needs to tone it down because, Latrice don't pay the bills. So
Okay.
he can't talk to Zaddy crazy because he's the one that paying the mortgage to keep the water clean.
Okay.
So I agree with you on that tip, but he needs to have more discussions with her one-on-one like he did. Because it's like you can't be in there disrespecting him because at the end of the day, she gonna get it more than he is. You know what I'm
And you can
saying?
see
So
you can see that continuing because even at the end of the episode, the reason why he's so heated is like and saying, so you've been talking to your friends about me is because if somebody is telling you these things on your face, can you imagine what they're talking about behind your back? You know what I mean?
yes. Yes. But Zaddy, I mean, maybe you don't realize you're on a reality TV show, bro. So so definitely she gonna talk to somebody about your ass if it's not, So yeah. So that's true
Right.
for sure. Like that's the part where I'm like, okay, get over it because she's definitely gonna talk to you. That's why you're on reality TV. If you don't like it, then you shouldn't have joined the show.
Mm-hmm.
Um but that being said, like I get where he's coming from because he's like, I go hard for you, I work hard, I provide for you. I'm sure. I mean, I saw the last season, but not the first season. But obviously, he's financing her business.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that's making you
Mm-hmm.
got the money to be relevant on this TV
That's
show.
why
So that
that's why
part,
he's perfect. Maybe that's why he's perfect.
yeah, I mean, that's why he was at least initially. It's kind of like, um, although he's so much cooler, but it's kind of like Heather and Michael. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tough because I do feel like when Zaddy's the type of person to me when I watch the show, like when it's good, it's
who is
good.
who
You know
is
what I'm
Heather and
saying?
Michael? Who is Heather and Michael?
Remember
What do you mean?
From Potomac.
I thought Heather. Like,
Remember Heather from Potomac and Michael? Isn't her name Heather? Isn't it
her
Heather?
name is not Heather.
Oh, what's her name? I forgot. What's her name?
Um,
Oh wait, is it? Is it?
the girl with the TikToks, the girl who does TikToks, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Her
Her name is
name. Well, whatever. Um,
Ashley. Ashley is her name.
Ashley. Sorry. I don't know where I got Heather from. Okay, Ashley. Whatever. The same difference. But yeah, so it's like it would be nice to see these young, old relationships. It would be nice to see them grow as the young woman grows. Because it's like
So
if
talk
you
to me
marry
about
someone,
right.
so yeah.
Talk to me about Lakeisha. She decided to move in with Greg, and then Greg went back to his old habits. And Greg is offended because after the reunion, Keisha said, "You know what? I have to protect myself. You have to, protect that thing. If you want this, I need you to wear some.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Um,
god.
hold on, sorry.
Okay.
Um,
But I like Greg. I don't know why. I think like Greg. I just like Greg. I just like him. He's full of shit, but I like.
um, I mean, I don't know. Glenn is borderline crazy too, but I do like Glenn, but um, I like Glenn, but I don't know. I mean, I hope she does get her own place or whatever. So,
Well,
because I think she.
we see her going to Gucci, and Gucci is a real estate girl, and she's trying to hook her up with with a space for herself. But I know at some point, Glenn is gonna show up when she's trying to look for a place. But let's talk about the Gucci's husband being extra and extra in that dinner, and be oh my gosh. I was watching Dance Mom, and one of the moms over there is ex-wife.
Oh, okay. Oh, so Gucci's JJ or
Yes,
whatever his name, his ex-wife.
yes,
Oh,
the
okay.
same
Oh, she's on
energy.
Dance Moms. Oh, okay, that's
Yes,
cool. Okay.
the same energy he has over here on this show is the same energy he had on that dance show thing. He just
Oh, nice. Okay.
not nice,
Okay.
not nice. Yes. I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna.
I like JJ. I think he's so
I
funny. I
don't
love
mind
him.
him. I don't mind him. I just don't wanna be coming from work and you have some stuff, white stuff around your mouth. I was like,
Wait, did he have white stuff around his mouth? Girl, you be looking. You after I guess I'll be watching on my
no,
laptop.
he had
Maybe
put
I don't have enough HD, but I
he
need to see it.
no, he put whipped cream all around his mouth.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. But I mean they like that. Didn't you see that on whatchamacallit? Shaq did that on Married at First Sight. It's a thing. If you like whipped cream, I personally don't like fake whipped cream like that. But if you like it, I love it for you. I think he's so cool and country. He's so funny to me. I like
I
him.
know I like whipped cream, but I don't like it on anybody's lips. We are not doing that. I like it on my I like it on my yeah, not oh my gosh, I was like, what the heck? What the heck? So then he knows what he's doing. He knows his agenda. He is doing these things because he knows he's gonna be his mom has called and mom is saying that I'm coming to live with you. Did you know that? Did you hear
I
that?
did. I saw that. But like she said, she probably do the same thing, but she wants the outfit or something. I mean, like you said, Ma,
No,
that's the nature of marriage.
no. When you want an outfit, it's very different when you want your mother-in-law to come and live with me. It's very different. It's very
Well,
different. You
you
know.
can't say no to Mama.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. Okay, so then we see the girl who has hijacked Fair Street agenda, and now she's coming over here and try to create restaurants. That girl rubs me the wrong way. I am still not checking for her.
Oh yeah, Akeisha. It'll
Keisha.
be
So the husband is New York City. The husband is now with one child, and she's with one. I don't understand why. I don't get it.
really.
Yes.
Oh,
So the
okay.
husband, because the
I saw
husband
that he
used to.
was in New York. I didn't see. Maybe I missed that, or I don't know. I was
Oh, you
playing.
must have because they have two little kids. So the
Right,
husband is
right.
away with
So
the husband is
he just
away
a little boy.
with the boy,
Oh, okay.
and she's
Oh,
home
okay.
with the
Yeah,
girl.
that seems crazy. That seems a little crazy.
Mhm. That's ridiculous. Why would you allow your husband, who is gonna be on a studio, like, are you trying to make sure that your husband is gonna cheat? Or, what is it that you're saying you're gonna be saying? And these two kids are very close to age, and so they have this kind of a relationship. I would assume.
Yeah, I don't know how I have to go, girl. You have me go back and look at that. Yeah, I didn't see
No, you
that
have to go
part, but
back.
yeah, that's crazy. Because I saw that he was in New York, which I was kind of like, okay, because he didn't really like being in Jackson. And I was like, and he, and I was kind of getting tired of his whining and stuff. So I was like, all right, good. So,
I
let
think
him go
that's
back
his
to New York.
job. I think that's his job because he played in NFL, and so if it's an NFL season, he has to be in studio. He has a
No,
job,
I mean, I understand that's what he
to
said, but he
analyze.
doesn't want to be. I know, I saw now that part, I get that it was his job, but he was going to go anyway because he doesn't like being in Jackson. So I think it's good to let him go do his own thing, not saying that people got to live apart or whatever, but,
Mhm.
he didn't want to be in Jackson. And he was
No, he
kind of
never did.
like,
He never did.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I was so sick of like that whining and stuff. I'm like, okay, so.
I know, girl. I know, girl. Then we have Tamra who talks like, "Hi, I've been now living with him for about 4 months, and um, She annoys me with her voice. Okay.
Tambra, I like. Well, okay. So the thing with her is, I'm like, um, she made such a big deal about her relationship,
Yeah.
but you still moved in before you were engaged or whatever. So you still are, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? So how is it all of that? Like, I'm not,
Yeah.
like, on
You
one hand,
see?
she tries to act like, oh, this is,
Mhm.
to me, she definitely puts on airs. She definitely isn't keeping it authentic about the nature of their relationship. And she's so busy trying to cover that he didn't cheat with old girl that she's not being real with herself. Like, okay, why is he asking you if
Well,
y'all on the track for marriage and y'all gonna do all this stuff to get pregnant? Then why isn't he proposing?
well, she is also being accused of having an affair with her manager or the person that they work with. There's a dude that keeps coming up on the program, and she's now being accused of sleeping with that dude. Listen, all these women who come acting like I'm not gonna sleep with you until you get my that Tamra girl, she's full of shit. Her
Well,
voice
yeah,
tells
that
that
was
she's
the
full
whole
of shit.
thing. And then also, wasn't she? That was the thing that came up at the end of last season, that she was engaged to somebody else when she met Demond, right?
No, she was not engaged. She was not engaged to
No,
anybody. But
they're gonna
the
say she
guy was
was.
being accused. She was
They're gonna.
engaged.
Yeah, I mean that's what they said. That's what I forgot the
That's
Decker
T.
Taisha. That's what Taisha was saying. She was cheating with Demond on who she was with at the time. So that's why Taisha was like, she needs to stay so we could really rock and roll. And so then everybody was like, "Ooh, she got all these extra skeletons," which I do think. I don't know if that's accurate or not accurate, but the way she moves as if she's hiding something. So for sure.
Woody, thank you for stopping by. I mean, I was waiting for you for Young, Famous, and African. You never showed up. Okay. Um, um,
Oh wait, how many episodes dropped? Because I'm caught up. Like I'm on the first episode. So
nine, nine.
You watched all 9, Mod?
Of course, I did. The minute I woke up very early in the
wait,
morning on
there's 9
Friday.
episodes.
Yes,
Good God,
I
Well,
they
how
watched
dropped
many
nine
all
did
of them.
episodes at one time.
how
It's
many did
nine
y'all
episodes,
review?
and I'm extremely disappointed with everything. I am like annoyed. I'm like, let's not talk about it because I don't want my blood pressure to go up. Yeah, let's
Oh
stick to this
Lord, 9 more episodes.
foolishness.
I just started. Oh no. Okay.
Well, you just started, then you have 8 more.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
life is hectic. I don't know that I can binge. How many episodes did you review?
It's not like really long
No, I
like
mean, how many did you review today?
3.
Oh, you did 3 today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all right, so you did 3. I'll do the first 3 on my channel, and then when are you gonna do the next 3? Are you gonna do 3 and 3? I
Girlfriend,
guess.
tomorrow.
No, no, cancel that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Cancel
gonna
that.
review
You
the
gotta
first
pick.
3 on my channel because I do want to review it.
Okay,
But
it's fine, but I can cancel and I can put another day in the middle of the week then.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
because like by Wednesday I could do the
Okay.
other 3. That's fair.
Wednesday?
Okay, back to Belle Collective, girl. Okay.
Okay, so where we at? Did we talk already
Okay.
about
Erica, tell her where we are. Tell her where we are because Good has been annoying me. She
did
has
we
been
talk
not
about
showing up.
Josh?
Josh? Who is Josh?
Are you about to put a ring on it? Okay, we're on Belle
No,
Collective right now.
isn't
we
Josh
are
the
in Bell Collective.
employee?
We're gonna go to
Isn't he the
we are
employee
starting
staying
Oh
with
with
Bell
no, yeah, no,
Collective.
she's right. His name is Josh, I think, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Who is
That's what we
Josh?
started off talking about. But you can say Josh is the employee where you said he's disrespecting Zaddy. So,
Okay.
yes. Go ahead with because we talked about how we feel, but how do you feel, Zaddy? Go ahead.
I feel like why would she move him into the house? I feel like this is how we get to a position where Black businesses stop doing well. You can be cool with the employees, but the employees should never know what's going on behind your house doors, because the second on Mad Day, he gonna go down to the salon and he gonna be telling everybody everything that he hate that Cliff does. I refuse to call Cliff Zaddy.
Sit down. Get down.
By the time the show ended, I wanted to fight Cliff myself.
Why? By the time the show ended, I wanted to fight the wife. For you to allow your husband to be disrespected by the person you're paying.
No, not that
have
part.
rescued you. No,
No, not that part.
Rescued you from water contamination.
I mean, we're not gonna skip there yet, but I'll tell you where me and Cliff, that's his name.
Yeah.
Me and Cliff not gonna be on the same page if this is how Cliff carries on. Me and
I
Cliff
agree, but he's zaddy to me all day. Okay, go ahead.
It's zaddy, and zaddy is perfect. Okay, she's being
but you know what? At the same, this is the thing. Any woman who tells me that their relationship is perfect, I when we met Mel and Martell, their relationship was perfect, right? The second you start telling me that you have perfect relationship is the first imperfection I see in the relationship.
Right? And my point, what I said earlier was, he's perfect given her history. You know what I'm saying? If your brothers have been murdered and people going to prison and stuff, this is kind of, as Ma told me, Ashley and Michael. I don't know why I've been calling her Heather all day, but yeah, like he rescued her from or he tried to, or whatever, from the pain that she had. But now that you've been with him some years, you're seeing some success, you know. Perfect is
what
different.
I'll say about them, and Maud, I know you're one, he shouldn't be disrespected in their house. But two, when someone's in your house, there's a certain way you have to move. Like, I'm not showing the guest all of our inner. We're not having personal discussions with your guest in our kitchen. Mm-hmm. And when your guest enters the kitchen, I don't want anyone to feel so comfortable in my home. Okay, I'll take a step back. Your company and you come over and we serving tea and crumpets. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to, honey, and talk to my husband's friends. But the husband's friends staying over for a week or 2 weeks. I'm making breakfast. I'm serving breakfast and I'm leaving because I don't want you to feel like we are family. Right. You are staying here. And I want my spouse to know that this makes me uncomfortable. So I'm going to clear out every time you show up. Right. You know, I'll keep it cute. Yeah. But we're not going to get so comfortable that you start to feel like somebody who's supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm. But it makes you, but Goody, this man has been made so comfortable. You're going to confront my husband. You're going to talk shit to my husband.
No, but he said something that was key. Erica, tell me if you remember when he said, I just do things to frustrate him and it turns me on.
Who said that? That's right. He did say that.
I bet nothing about my husband better turn you on. Nothing. Turn on and my husband.
I keep it 100. That's why I call him Zaddy, because he do got that sort of Southern, I'm going to take control type flavor.
No, he for his age group, he looks good. He's a good looking man.
It's something when he's not being a controlling whatever. He it's something about him where I can see where Josh getting a little excited. I'm not even gonna
but you won't be up in my house getting excited when for anything on my. That's why the engagement for me. You not having any engagement like that with my. Y'all gonna keep it cute. Hi. Maybe talk about what's in the news, but you not gonna be up in my house. Yup, he wants Cliff. You ain't gonna be up in my house arguing with my men. Ain't no passion between you and my men. What y'all got passionate to have friction? I don't argue with people I don't care about.
This is a problem. This is a problem when you start inviting people into your relationship, though.
She invited
start welcoming them.
the thing that I can appreciate is that she said the water is bad. But if the water's, he's not your only employee. So if the water's bad, let him stay where the other employee's staying.
It's what
He's
I'm
not your
asking.
only employee. You have other employees.
And even when he comes, why does he have this audacity to feel like he can come for
Because he's
breakfast
been
and,
made to
and,
feel
and
too
talk to my
comfortable.
husband? Yes,
Too comfortable.
yes,
Then we were talking.
100%.
Have we had any Glenn scenes yet? We talk about Glenn.
We were just gonna start, and
Where's
Glenn
Erica?
is
She
my
coming
dude.
back?
She's coming. I think she was in her car and she told me that sometimes she's gonna be going off and on, so she's gonna be coming back. Let's talk
I
about
came in, I
Glenn
put on
because
my
Glenn,
pajamas, and I was like, turn on the computer and let my
you can do that. You can do that to me.
like
Talk
I
about
can't
Glenn.
deal.
So Glenn, she was, after the reunion, I liked him, and I just told him to protect himself. Let's have a good time. Okay. Glenn is like, why is my wife telling me to wear, what I'm having, be
Mhm.
intimate with him?
Because she can't trust you.
But
She
yeah, but
can't
then he's
trust
like,
you.
I've been wearing condoms left, right, and center, but then when I come home, I don't wear condoms, and I'm, having an intimate time with my
No,
my wife.
no, no, no. Glenn is trying this. I am a New Yorker. I am well read. I read context. I understand what people are saying. And I hate when people try to outsmart me, to gaslight. I know people don't like the word gaslight because some people don't like the word gaslight because some people like it too much and everybody gaslights. Yeah. What he was trying to do to her was wrong. What she's saying to him is every time I open the door for you, you make me regret it and make me look like a friggin' idiot. Especially
Hmm.
you were doing it before, but now that we are on TV, the women who want you are going to increase. And if I
Hmm.
cannot trust you to sit down in front of the internet without embarrassing me, because now they're doing it because we on TV. Now
Hmm.
they want to be a Ariane Curry.
Huh?
They
Hmm.
want to see where they can go. And they want to
Right,
know how far you're going to let them go.
right,
So you entertaining it at all
right.
is embarrassing to me. But I forgave you. And no soon 2 weeks after I forgive you, you doing it again. 2 weeks?
Yeah. Uh I think
But you want to know?
he's
Wait, you
not
know why?
cheating.
Huh?
He's not cheating though. He's just responding to DMs.
He's setting up to cheat. It's 2023. If I meet a man today, I'm not meeting him in the street. I'm meeting him on the DMs,
Mm.
on a dating app. I'm meeting him
Mm.
on the internet. So he's setting
Mm.
up to cheat. And the women are going to come.
Oh yeah,
But
we have
I need
thirsty
to
ones.
trust that I need to at least trust that you could go 6 weeks without embarrassing me. 2 weeks? I like Glenn. He's personable. He's funny.
I like him. I like him.
But he couldn't be my man because I would be in jail. Either I would be in jail or he would be in jail because all of that foolishness he does, she can't do it.
Hmm.
The second he even thinks she doing it, he gonna lose his mind. But I think that is the peril involved with young people getting involved and staying involved.
Hmm.
They've been dating since they've been dating since 17.
Yes. Yes.
That's too early to meet the person that you're gonna be with to forever. And
You
even
think
if you
so?
meet them, if you meet them, you need to take some time to yourself because now if he became devoted to her, mind you, in these situations, Men are never devoted. Men always try. A young man, due to the patriarchy, always feels he must sow his royal oats
Yeah. Yeah.
before getting married.
Mm-hmm.
A young woman is taught to be chaste and loyal and faithful. So
Mm-hmm.
the girl is going to grow into a woman who's taken advantage of 98% of the time. So even if you meet that person when you're young, you should always have time to go away from each other, explore what's out there, and
Be your.
determine
Mm-hmm.
that this is
Mm-hmm.
the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would never encourage a young person to stay with the one person they've been with.
Mm-hmm.
I just wouldn't. The woman always gets the short end of the stick. He expects the same devotion from her that he got from the 17-year-old girl. And he's going to give, in being with her, he feels like he has cheated himself out of all manner of women he could have been with from the age 17 to the age he is today. So he's always going to put his hand on the stove. But when you put
Right.
your hand on the stove and you get burned and you burn down the house, you can't mind screw me into coming back. I want to know what he needs to be giving her is the space to do whatever she needs to do to heal.
He's not. He's not
But
gonna
he's
do that.
scared. He's scared because he thinks if he gives her that space, now that she
He's
is
gonna
on the
go.
show,
Yeah.
she's
Right.
gonna find somebody who's not gonna cheat on her.
Right. Absolutely. Erica, where did you go?
Sorry, I was coming up the elevator.
We are talking about Glenn and and this back and forth. The wife comes in, lives in with him, and then she realizes that the husband is going back to the old bad habits, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going back to my mama." At that point, I'm like, "What? You're too old to be going back to your mom. You
But
have
she's
other
not.
business. Why are you going back to your
Mod,
mama?"
what would you do? You talking all this smoke, but we would
I
see
get
the
my own
people.
space. I'm not going back to my mama. I get my own space.
But you see how he acted with her trying to get her own space? He losing his mind.
Mm.
Well,
Listen,
I think yeah, like if he's gonna lose it, lose it. But I think she does need to get her own space. Either you're gonna
yeah,
accept him and the fact that he cheats or nah. But he's not changing. And so if you're not gonna roll with it, then you need to get your own space. And because to me, that's the thing. It's like, okay, if you're going to your mama's house, then you're not really leaving. And
yes,
he
is what I'm
and he knows,
saying,
and he knows you're not really leaving.
and he knows
So
that.
But this season, she's trying to go to get her own place. And because that's what we've been seeing. Like, let me tell you, when I saw that premiere, that season trailer, and they was in there sitting down in the place, and he come peeking in I screamed. They started screaming. I was like, oh my God, Glenn, what are you doing here?
I mean, he seems like mostly a cool dude.
Right. I can understand
However,
why she loved
however, we
I
do
don't know
know.
why I like him.
However, we do know that the most dangerous time is when you leave. Period.
Yep.
So, in certain situations, that's when a person does go crazy. Does that mean you don't leave? That
Nope.
means you have to find a safe way to get out. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But we already know from last season that he got stalker tendencies. That was the name of that episode. If you're gonna follow me in your car, and that's the thing that I think.
He messed up that baby birthday
know,
cake.
But yeah, but that's
you
the thing,
know,
because if you cheat,
Lakisha reminds me. There's some aspects of her that I can associate with. Like, oh, you know what I mean. Like, I've been there because you get like I met my husband in New York City, the first guy that I met when I came here in this country. When I came to this country, I was not hoping to meet a Kenyan dude, right? I come here, I'm thinking, there's no way I'm gonna meet a Kenyan dude. Then I meet this dude, and I compromise on everything that I know is not right. That I'm not gonna allow myself do A, B, C, and D, but then I continue to allow myself do compromise on A, B, C, and D, and then boom, okay, sort of I force myself to be in a relationship, okay. So and then we move in together. I am still kind of forcing myself to be in this situation, okay. And then boom, you're pregnant. And then boom, you have to tell your people back home this is a situation. And then you find yourself, you've gone into this hole so deep that getting yourself out of it, okay. And then you get to a point where you're realizing, oh, I'm the bitch. I know who I am. Don't come over here. See, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is the point that where she is. She's realizing I am who I am, and she's setting her new boundaries. I have set my own new boundaries, but because my husband was not used to me setting these boundaries, there's that confliction. Oh my gosh,
Because
who
he
is this
started
girl?
last season, didn't he do that thing where he was like, where she was working and he started vacuuming in the hallway and asking for a sandwich? Like, who?
Zero
Wait, what?
respect. Zero respect on what the woman is on who she is.
I have a friend, and she was in a relationship with a guy, and things start. She was getting her master's, and things started going down, and he admitted finally, like after things had gotten really bad, he was scared that the more she learned, the bigger she became, the smarter she became, he was going to lose her, right? Because all
Mhm.
he was in media, he was in hip hop, right? He's not doing he going and he rhyming, but he not going to school. He not around people who are well learned. He's not around people who are trying to improve themselves in more
Mhm.
ways than financially.
Mhm.
So he was acting like an ass because he was scared that she was going to learn more, get better, and leave him. He wouldn't be good enough for her anymore.
Mhm.
And that's
Mhm.
what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because you're so used to this kind of a wife who is submissive, who no, I should not say that because I love being submissive. I should not say that. But you're used to this kind of a
Can you
partner.
define submissive for me?
Submissiveness
Well,
is
as you
this.
see it, like what you say you love being submissive. What do you love about it?
Submissiveness is very strong. You have to be strong enough to be submissive.
Yeah, but give me the things
It
that
is
make.
submissiveness is like I don't care what people say about my marriage. I don't give a damn what social media is saying about she is this, she's this. I remain committed to my husband. Submissiveness is realizing I am a Christian woman. I know I am the neck, there's the head of the family, but we are also a team. I get to control the way we move. I am the neck. I have the power to move this head however I choose to. And this head is going to comply to the however way I
Time
want
out
that
for a
to move.
second. Erica, turn your mic on. This sound like submission or it sound like boss to you? Because
Okay,
this.
so I'm going to say, well, I did go to church growing up. I'm not the church lady. However, I think what people leave out is you're submissive to someone you are equally yoked to. So you can't submit to everybody. So You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing.
You're
People
not
are always
submitting
like,
to everybody. You're submitting.
Yeah,
And
but
then
every man would like to think he's like Mr. Mod.
Eric, you are husband.
Everybody's not like Mr. Mod. A lot of these men, you know how you say you're the neck? A lot of these men will break the neck with how they spinning their head
Mhm.
around. A lot of these men are demonic Lucifers who spinning their head around
That's not
like they got
submissiveness.
no your control. What I'm saying is you the neck, right? A lot of these dudes,
I
you're
am.
the neck, he's the head.
Mhm.
You're trusting him to look in the direction. You're allowing the neck to turn in the direction. You
Mhm.
could trust where
Mhm.
he's looking. You can't trust where a
Mhm.
lot of these dudes are looking. A lot of these dudes are looking in their own butthole.
Oh,
like
oh.
for example. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing. I mean, I think who you submit to that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's one
So,
thing to say, okay,
so
I'm
I just,
submitting to someone.
but Erica, I don't want people to get it twisted. When I met my husband, he was not only dating me, he was dating other people.
Right.
What
I
would have
was not
happened if
dating,
you were
I was
dating
not
other people?
dating, I was not dating anybody else. I was only dating him.
So what's your point?
And what I'm saying is, I did not realize that he was dating other people until I was in it, like fully. If I knew he was dating other people, I would not have been involved myself in that situation. Because to me, I feel like it is me and you, and that's it. So then when I get into the situation, I realize, so you have A, B, C, and D, and so then I have to be the bitch. Like I have to up my game. Like, don't play with me. All these bitches, I am the undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I ended up being the undisputed. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yes,
Mhm.
but Mod, here's the thing though. I think is that, and we've seen this in other relationships in other shows. So at some point, maybe you're the undisputed, maybe the person is young, maybe they have this discretion, that discretion. But yeah, then we see all these relationships where it's like, okay, it's 5 or 6 discretions later. I've been with you for 17 years and you're still doing the same thing. So now who am I submitting to and why? And that's the thing I've seen in, we'll review on each different show the issues, but that's the thing, because it's like a lot of times when you go into these relationships talking like you're the ride or die,
they're gonna make sure you die. They're gonna see if you're gonna die. They're gonna take the
they're gonna
car.
test you.
They're
Hey,
gonna drive the car all on the cliff. They're gonna hit the passenger side on every rock that they can. They're gonna be looking in their own butthole.
exactly, because to me the whole thing, where I get it, we had our Maury moment at the reunion and he's not the father, but let's go back to, you could have been the father because you was out here messing with people raw, and now you're gonna be stank because you got to wear a condom. Dude, we just took a paternity test for you. Yes, you got to strap up. Why is this an issue? And that's the thing. It's like,
You
okay,
should be lucky that I'm allowing you to strap up, because you shouldn't be nowhere near me.
and here's the thing. I will say this, Mod. I will say this. We know there are certain people in history. I will say, like Martin Luther King, JFK. There's certain people in history who were notorious cheaters. And yeah, like maybe if you think your husband is going to change the world, you accept that. If there's some super great talent or whatever they got going on, and you ride it out into the sunset and you live with it, and you just choose to, look the other way. Maybe she not seeing all of that in Glenn, and she wants to get her own place. And I totally support her, because on the flip side too, that stalkerish behavior is scary. And a lot of times it is the reason why the person is stalking you is because they know what they would do in your shoes and what they have done. So that's why anytime you don't take a call, they know what they don't do. They know what they're doing when they don't take your call. That's exactly why he's freaking out. And it's
Did I
like,
tell
okay,
y'all that one day I got on IG and she was on IG? Did you see it? She's on IG. You know, she looked beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's such a pretty woman. and she on the IG, and all of a sudden he pop up, and she's like, "Why are you on my live?" And he's like, "Cause I'm here. Look at the people. The people want us together." And she's like, "Y'all tell me how to get rid of him." And people was like, "Oh, y'all are beautiful." But some women came in and was like, "Nah, press the left button, press the right button, and get." And he was like, "Yo, y'all really telling her how to get rid of me?" And
Yes,
the people was
yes.
like, "Yep."
In the dictionary, if stalker was a person, your photo would be there, boo. So yes.
I
I don't know
I
why
don't
he
know why
jumped
I
on that
like him.
live
I
because
don't know
it
why I
looked like
like
she
him.
was. It looked like she was in her bedroom, and it looked like she had a little camisole type thing, and he was getting on there to let her know,
I
"I
see
see
you.
you.
Exactly.
I see you fishing for attention out here from other men. Let me let them know that I'm still here."
I mean, I don't.
I think they're still gonna be together. I think this is
I
foolishness.
want them to be together, but he needs to understand to stop with the foolishness. There's nothing in them DMs. You know, I'm a woman, but the way you're not gonna find any better than somebody who has grown with you.
I hear you. I hear you because once I said I do to my husband, I said enough of the foolishness. Okay, I'm not condoning you trying to try and looking for A, B, C, and D, and that has been it. Don't play with me because I'm not the person to play with. You
I'm not
know,
the person to play with either because I play
hey,
a
like
better game. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to win. You are going to cry.
that's
You are
what I'm
going to be
saying.
mad.
Don't
The
play with
only
me.
thing is, the only thing is now these men are not just getting their feelings hurt and going to lick their wounds. Now they going to do all kind of thing and get rid of you off of the earth. And I need to be here for quite some time. So
Okay,
I'm just gonna be faithful or I'm gonna be single.
but for me, I've chosen to be faithful. Okay.
And I'm choosing to be single because the summer 2023 gonna be lit.
Well, now talk about your friend because Goody, I feel like Goody gives me Goody. Talk about your friend who is Tamra. Hey, now,
I've been like Tambra. I used to be just like Tambra, like
I
to
know
the point
that.
like,
Go ahead.
"Hello, my name is Goody. I go to church. I feed the homeless." Turn that camera off. When that camera go off, yo, these people be getting me sick. Tambra is deeply rooted in respectability politics. Tamara does not want to be with Demond. She don't want to be with that man.
No.
I think maybe Demond did have something going on with the lady.
Mhm.
I think he did, and I think she knows he did.
And I think she might be a little frustrated because the lady know her tea.
Mhm.
And it's one thing to go dealing with the lady, but it's another thing to go telling her my business.
Mm.
So he said 2 months and they haven't been sleeping with each other. And she
Yes.
was like, "And I
How
think
are
I
you
need
gonna
my
be?
own space. You just
Yo,
got here."
listen, you just got here, and
Yes,
remember,
yes, she's absolutely right. Don't give up that cookie until you get a ring on that finger. Ain't no
Then why are
sense.
you in the house? Don't live with the
so why are you
man.
living
She never should
together?
have moved in. Get your own space, girl. Move back to wherever you were. Should
Girl, listen. Then when I moved in with my husband, then and we did not have children, it was like, are you kidding me? 2 days, 1 day, we're not gonna have sex. Like it's not
Were you
happening.
married or were you not married?
I was not.
Oh, okay.
I
This
was
is
not.
my thing.
I moved in with my husband in Brooklyn. I would say I close to a year prior to us getting married. And my brother that I came with to this country was giving me a hard time. What are you doing? This is not our African culture and all that. But yo, I could. Are you talking about a day, 2 days? And at that time, my husband would go to work like 6 in the morning, and I'm not gonna get to see him. And he gets home, he's tired. And I'm coming home and he's tired. He doesn't, but still, come on now, come on, And so for you to tell me that you have
Listen,
not been
you
eating,
not cooking, you not cleaning, You don't
I'm
want to be around them. You need your
okay.
own space,
Okay.
and there's no sex. Why did the worst thing in the world for me, really? There's some things, but moving is really high up on that list.
It is.
I don't like moving. So I try not to make it so that I'm moving every so
Mhm.
often.
I feel for me, the only reason why I did that, I moved, is because wherever I was not in a safe place. I was like, I want to be in a safe place.
Well,
I
that's
want.
you.
Mhm.
She had no business moving in with that
I
man.
know.
She
Yes.
moved in with him to save
Look,
face.
she is just.
That's the
She has
only
her own
reason
money.
why she moved in there. She moved in there to save face because the side chick was popping off, was showing up, was on the show. She
Let me
wanted
tell
it to make it seem like she had locked
Mhm.
it down, but he still wasn't proposing. You still trying to get pregnant for somebody who's not your husband and wants to try you out for a while. So if you
so
go live in
just so
there,
we're clear, I was in a 10-year relationship, and I spent half of my week with my fiance, half of my week with my son. When my son's dad didn't have him, I came home. That's the closest I've come to living with anyone. If she was trying to save face, she could have put a toothbrush, some slippers that she should have brought. She could have brought 5 outfits, a toothbrush, a pillowcase, and a hair wrap to keep over there. You ain't got to move over there.
I mean, she didn't have to, but I think she felt like
Just her hat collection is crazy.
I know. I think she felt like moving in
Would
was
have
saying
forced his
something.
hand.
Was really saying something to
She
Taisha
thought,
and everybody else. And I was like, no, that's not stopping the rumors from coming out. That's not stopping your business from coming out. And that's not getting him to propose. And if you accidentally end up getting pregnant, you still gonna be looking crazy.
this is the
And
thing. If like I know people be like, don't have the sex with the, why give away the milk or the cow or
Yeah.
whatever they be
Yeah.
saying about
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
farm. Whatever they be saying about the farm. I tell you this, I'm not trying to marry somebody and we ain't sleeping together, because in that 2 months we not sleeping together, he could pop up with the erectile dysfunction. We not doing that, sir. And then you marry me, and now
That's
I tell
funny.
God that I'm gonna be with you. And in the
That's
past 2 months,
funny because when I was growing up, I never thought about to me the way I grew up and the culture and the religion is like you're not gonna sleep with anybody until you get married.
yeah, nah, that's
So
not my life.
then, even if they have any issues, you're gonna have to deal with that for the rest of your life.
Nope,
I mean,
nope.
yeah, I kind of agree. Like, why are you giving him wife privileges and you're not even engaged? Like, I don't even see the
Okay,
purpose.
I get that, but wife privilege to me is waking up to me every day. Um,
Yes.
a lot of times people talk about sex like men are the only people who get satisfaction from it.
No. Yeah. Right. Right.
Like, I don't want to be in a situation where I am not having sex. If I'm waking up next to my mate, I'm not saying every day, but a lot of the days, I want it to be going down. A lot of those days. Tambra on bullshit. I don't know who she was, I believe in respectability politics, but there's only so far I'm finna go to compromise myself. I am not packing no boxes. I am not moving my hat collection into his house or any of that. I ain't going to my parents. My parents won't even know how many nights I'm staying down there, because that's not my parents' business. To my parents, I'm supposed to be an angel. And that's how I'm showing up
Mm-hmm.
every time for dinner. Where you been? I've
Mm-hmm.
been at my house reading the Bible, mom and dad.
Now, okay, so I hear that. I hear that. So,
He's on BS.
What about this Aikisha girl who has decided, she's gonna send her
Let me tell you,
husband to New York?
Aikisha husband brought himself right back to the Northeast because he was down there with them country people. When they wait, when they was talking in the woods, he was like, what? What they was saying, he was like, so wait, you dated his wife and you dated what? He was like,
In the
I'm
trailer,
take me home.
in the trailer, you can hear him asking, how old is Glenn? Is Glenn gonna be a rapper at 40? I'm like, come on, man.
Let me,
Don't do
so
that.
just to be clear, he's from out here.
Yeah.
A lot of this BS that they carrying on with, he looking at them like, nah, you're not for real. Nah, y'all joking. So wait, let me get this straight. Your homegirl Tambra flipped on you, and she tried to do it over sweet tea, and she tried to be a lady about it, and you had to be a lady back. This BS. I'm going back. I'm going back home. She said he has to be home. He went back home. It's 2023. Any radio station he doing, if he was serious about staying down there, he would have his equipment down there and did what he had to do. Wendy Williams was the whole queen of New York media. When she was pregnant, Wendy Williams might have had the first podcast because they sent that equipment to her house. She was on bed rest and she did her show from her house, from her bed. And we didn't know that until the book came out. If he wanted to be down there in Jacksonville, Mississippi, he would be down there with her. He don't want to be there. No. Mm-mm.
That's a very good point.
He don't want to be there. And I don't blame him. Because a bunch of country ass bullshit. Sorry, Southerners. Sorry.
Well, all I can say is what I said earlier. I'm glad he's back in New York because he was complaining the whole time, and I was like, I wouldn't. If you feel like you've been kidnapped, boo, catch a flight back. Like I'm not kidnapping nobody.
But I think that's what she did. She tricked him down there thinking, because everybody swear that a New Yorker want to slow down, and everybody swear a New Yorker want land and want to. No, I'm gonna be honest. If my slow down includes me having to go down to the woods with these country ass dudes and they talking a whole pack of bullshit and shooting off their gun, I already have PTSD. I done heard too many guns shoot off. Let me go home. I am a New Yorker. People be like, yeah, and I'm gonna move to the South. I don't have it on my agenda. It's not on my agenda to move anywhere where I gotta slow down. And I gotta be like, yo, what did he say? What? And I am West Indian. People say my accent, my Bajan accent is one of the worst accents they're lying, but they say the Bajan accent is one of the worst in the Caribbean. Screw them. But I'll tell you this, I ain't moving to Barbados either. I'm a New Yorker. He brought his ass right back home because she did not tell that man she was going to live down there. She said, I'm going to open up a business and we're going to get right back. And he was like, all right, let's go. And when he got down there, she was like, you see the land and the houses and the air? And he was like, that's very nice. When are we leaving?
Mm-hmm.
You can't trick no New Yorker with some land. No.
Well, there is
Not
your
if they can
response,
afford to live
Erica.
out here.
Erica, there you have your response. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, I think that if he is happier in New York, that's where he should be. Like personally, I went to Jackson State. I had those pig ear sandwiches and stuff. I loved it when I was down there. So I don't have a problem.
What now?
I went to Jackson State. I've been on Ferris Street. I had those little sandwiches from Big Apple. They have great burgers. And I had a great time. So I don't see a problem with it. I'm from Chicago. There's a lot of people at Jackson from Chicago. It's not, to me, honestly, I was never one. I went to Jackson State. Was it there for 4 years or maybe closer to 5? And I never went to the woods. So you don't have to if you don't want to. But I get it. If you want, it's different from New York. So if you want that New York life, that's where you should be. And to me, if I grew up in Jackson, and especially she didn't just grow up in Jackson. Her family has hierarchy in Jackson. In Jackson, she the queen bee. In New Jersey, she just another bee.
And I bet you her family damn well annoying.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying she's not annoying and all of that.
No, but I bet you
I'm
He
just
was
saying
football
that if you're
player.
that type of person who grew up as a big fish in a little pond, you take your butt to New Jersey and you a little fish married to the NFL ball player, which we all know NFL money compared to NBA money, but we won't go there.
Right,
So you
but
in
this
New
is the other
Jersey,
part. When he
you
makes it to the NFL, he is the cream of the crop from wherever he come from. Those are his people. His people look to him the same way.
exactly. And then so how she was rolling in New Jersey, she was doing a lot, but that's not going to compare to coming to Jackson and basically you on here one season taking over because her family, because of her history, because of a lot of other little socioeconomical things, she has her own props in Jackson. So why would she want to go back to just being some other chick in New Jersey?
I like Aikisha. The only thing I don't like about her is how she was like frowning her nose down. But I think that can change once you get to know the people. And then when we find out that Tamara fake ass is the reason why there was friction, because she caused friction on both sides, put them together and then watched it explode. I think I do like Aikisha.
I don't like her.
I
am
like
not
her,
gonna.
but I don't think she has any intention of going back to New Jersey. So just keep it 100 and you all work it how you work it. But I don't think she wants to go back because she's queen bee down here, whether they talk to her or not.
But
And so
I also
don't think she wants to
believe
give that up.
I also believe that when you have enough money to do it, there's a way to do both.
Right.
There's a way to
Yeah.
spend your cold season in a warm place. Does it get cold out there in Jackson?
Not cold,
Not
like
very cold.
yeah,
Yeah.
like if it snows and everything is gonna shut down because it's
Yeah.
like there's no way. Like I don't think it ever snows, but it might get down to like maybe
They have a
60 or
problem with
something.
the water, but not the snow.
Yeah. So maybe it gets down to like, I don't even know if it gets down to 60, but yeah. So, I mean, I agree with you. There is a way to do it, but they need
But
to
she
have
has
that.
to be honest about her
Yeah, they need
intention.
to have that real down to earth discussion because he don't want to be in Mississippi, which is, I agree with you. Like if you're a real true New Yorker, maybe that's your flavor. And there has, especially like when you have these young kids, you have to figure out, like to me,
Yes.
if you are raising your kids in New York, then you have to figure out like, okay, what schooling, whatever. And you got to do the same thing in Jackson. So it's like, I think they have to have that real discussion at some point.
That's true. That's true. We never got to see anything about Marie. We never did that. We just saw her being invited to come and look for a condo for Letitia, Lakeisha.
Did we talk about Soguchi and JJ?
Oh my gosh!
I love me some JJ. Ain't nothing more country than JJ. Ain't nothing.
I think
more
that's what did it.
country
I
than
think
JJ.
that's what put Aikisha husband off. I think JJ, he was looking at JJ like, oh hell no. Oh hell no.
Me too. I'm like, hell no. Hell no.
I love it. I think it's hilarious. He's so
What we saw what I don't like is that it seems that Gucci has an issue with his twins' mom. I don't like that.
He has an issue with who?
So his twins, for some, I don't know, they're reality stars. His two daughters, and their mom is a reality star too. And her, so Gucci, you're gonna have like issues.
What reality star are they in?
I think.
No, you told me, Mad. You told me she was in Dance
But
Mom.
it was only one though. It was the one girl who was in the dance mom. Dance mom. Yeah, she was in the
Something's
dance
going
mom,
on with them, and I don't like that.
Okay.
And I don't like that he trying to move the mother in and he ain't really tell her nothing.
Okay. And you think that just because you have whipped cream around your mouth.
First of all, whipped cream around his mouth was disgusting.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Erica like foolishness. Erica is thoroughly entertained.
Okay, now I already told Maude I do not like fake whipped cream. So to me, it's
you said
disgusting.
you liked it. You said you liked it.
But no, I said I don't like whipped cream, but I love me some JJ wearing his little. I mean, I don't like people really who do a lot of cooking with everything out like that. I don't know if that's the most sanitary thing, but I like the effort.
No, but and then like you know what? These reality shows have to stop giving us so much of a glimpse into certain things. JJ, I don't want you moving the apron to tell me what needs to be going this way. Sir, please no.
Camera, you need to just cut to the plates, cut to the tabletop.
Yeah, like please. And Real Housewives, when they were showing us Martell dressing, why are we seeing all of his? Why is he wearing tight? What's happening? Do y'all watch some Martha's Vineyard?
I haven't seen.
Oh my gosh, I'm doing a live tomorrow. I love it. I love
Okay, I want to do it with you.
I don't like that dude. Who you're not gonna
Silas.
poop. You're not pooping in my bathroom and don't flash. And
Oh no, you mean Phil? But that's not the point. The point is,
I know. I'm gonna tell you that
Bravo showed us some things that I was like,
you're doing too much.
like him and his wife were, like usually with a reality show,
but
they hint to us that the people are going to be sleeping with each other.
Wait, that Liberian dude, first of all, the Liberian guy did not know that the cameras were rolling when they were doing hippity. Are you talking about the hippity dipty?
Yes.
They did not know the cameras rolling.
I know, but for me, I'm like, what's Bravo doing? Why are we seeing this man flop on top of his woman?
I don't think they knew that, this is
How do you not know? I'm confused.
We saw too much. And then they gave us sound effects. I was like, wait, what? This is gross.
That sounds very much like Love After Lockup. Sometimes I'm like, y'all can just shut the door early. Just close the door because now I'm totally grossed out.
No, because I haven't watched Love After Lockup at all, but I've seen the commercials when I'm watching other shows, and none of those people have the kind of sex appeal that you would even pretend you want to think about it.
I know. And then sometimes they're like, okay. And then they start doing stuff, and I'm like, and then they wait too long to tell the cameraman to leave. I was like, y'all should have told him to leave 20 minutes ago. This is getting gross right now.
And we can hear the girl say,
that's where I become Tamara. Oh my word. Oh my word. I've never. Oh my gosh, turn this off.
Stop it.
This is disgusting. What will they take down to the radio station? My fans. No, turn that shit off.
Oh
please.
My God. All right, you guys. Let's briefly talk about, put a ring on it. And everybody, are you surprised by the end of the season?
No.
I'm surprised that that Ricky had the balls to say no, because I didn't think he was going to. And then again, I don't know if I talked about this the last time we were together or whatever, but I don't like why it's all about Catherine and Smokey. Like, I don't like that narrative because I'm like,
no, it's all Catherine. Like, stop playing
Ricky,
with me.
You live with 85 family members. So get a job and get your own place. And then maybe she wouldn't be there taking care of your kids and their kids and everybody. Like, to me, I'm like, okay.
And what I think is disgusting is that although Marcus was disgusting, I wanted her to leave with Marcus.
I was like, I know, I thought Marcus was the slimiest, grimiest, but I was like, girl, leave with somebody, but leave. Because, like, I didn't like the whole, she has to fix herself. And then I didn't like Dr. Stacy coming to him like, like, oh, are you ready to deal with that? Are you ready to move out from your parents' home? Like, why aren't you asking him that? So to me, I'm not saying that she should be, going off or whatever, but I'm kind of like, maybe she's going off because of the situation. So to some extent, it's not just on her. So that's the one thing that just did not sit right with me about the ending, is that it's all on her to quote unquote fix herself, and then fix herself and still move in with his parents and still keep
So,
taking care of everybody's kids. Like, I don't,
so the thing that you remember Love Jones, right?
yeah.
And Nia Long had the boyfriend, and they tried to get back together, and it wasn't working. And he was like, after all this time, and she was like, it seems to me that all we have is all this time.
Yeah.
I feel like Catherine and Ricky need to get there. It does not matter that it doesn't matter that
It doesn't matter that you put in 10 years. Boo, you on probation. Free
leave that
yourself.
alone. leave that alone.
Free yourself, girl. It's been 10
It's
years. Get out of prison and go walk and live your life.
it's sad because yes, Ricky does have a lot with him, but what's sadder to me is that Catherine was willing to marry him in spite of all of the things that are wrong with him. His hair, his lips.
Not his lips.
I mean,
I
and
felt-
even
I
okay, so
think-
and also though, also even outside of okay, you living with your mama and daddy, but I appreciate that you took your daddy out for dinner to have a discussion when you could have just talked to him at home. However, the issue they never addressed his own fears. They never addressed his own fear about remarrying and all that other stuff.
Right, which is a really big elephant in the room.
Right. So I was like, did we just drop that storyline mid-season?
And the attachment issues that him and his co-parent have.
Right, exactly. Like you were so fearful from divorce. Wait a minute, did you meet with Dr. Nicole on the side and resolve this?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what happened to it, and Dr. Stacy isn't talking about it. So I'm like, okay, we get that Catherine gets angry. Are we going to deal with you and your fear of getting married or not?
Your fear of getting married, your fear of combing your hair,
Yeah.
your fear of
I think
chapstick.
that but I feel like Ricky is a handsome fellow. If somebody can just style him, and get him composed, I think.
What's his name? He needs him some is
He
it
needs
Swanky Jerry? Swanky Jerry. He needs him some
handsome-
swanky girl. He needs him some swanky. He needs him some swanky. He needs him some the guy who styles a chick from Dubai. He needs some. He needs somebody to come down, throw them a few $1,000s. I don't know if it's in their own budget, but he needs somebody to help him out.
What I don't appreciate that, and we're going to talk about that next time at the reunion. I don't appreciate these Marcus. I don't like Marcus. I like.
You know what I like about Marcus? Lotions. He got beard balm. He's an entrepreneur. He's not pointing at Catherine like everything's wrong with you. Everything's wrong with you.
Why would he? He just met her. Why would he do that?
This is true, but it would have been nice for me if one of Ricky's takeaways was how to affirm and uplift Catherine. All we got from Ricky was him telling us everything that was wrong about Catherine. She had to be like, I take your sons to their games. She had to tell us the value add she has in his life. He didn't mention it, but he was quick to tell her what she could do wrong.
At this point, I don't know why Catherine is expecting a ring. At this
Or
point,
wanting one.
I would expect my dude to move out of that house. Let's create our own space. Because even sometimes when you want to be intimate and you want to walk around the house naked, you cannot do that in this house.
I agree. I totally agree. And I guess that's why I have, I like her overall, but these things make me look at quote Dr. unquote Dr. Stacy a little bit like, girl, I'm not gonna say you need to get a degree, but you need to do something because
I don't like the way she was talking to Ricky. Essentially, her whole session with him sounded
was like get out.
Run.
Yes.
Now, while I agree he should not have even been considering getting married, it's not because she was the worst person on the planet.
Right.
I would have
Right.
loved the question. Well, what makes her angry?
Exactly.
But she cannot do that. She's not a doctor.
But you follow what I'm saying? Like,
That was my
okay,
issue with that biggest thing because I'm like, all right, life coach, can you kind of get to the other part of his life, which is his fear? Why you not going to your child's games and she
and
going?
another thing for me, why does he have so in a situation where they seem to have they get along famously, him and his co-parent? Why don't you where's your fear? Where's your fear of marriage, right? Like, where's that coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Because it would seem to me y'all are getting along good enough to raise your kids and still be a family unit. It would say that, okay, we met too young and we married too young, but this was not, you were the wrong person for me, but marriage is not wrong for me. You
Right.
follow what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes, but I
Mm-hmm.
think with that, when you look at it too, I think that we don't know the whole backstory because I get the impression that he might have still wanted her and she was like, dude, I'm done. And, because when they had that discussion and he was like, no, I don't think you're crossing boundaries. I want to be there or whatever he was saying. It's like, he's trying to spend a night on her couch and stuff. So it's like, dude, what is you talking about? So
I
I think
feel
we
like
really saw that so much of it came from him and not from her. Like that girl is probably like, I'm out, deuces. And he's, I think he can't, maybe, and I'm gonna
wait,
say he's
not
a
only
sweetheart.
is she like, I'm out deuces, she's also like, and please don't ruin that shit with Catherine because I don't want you trying to be with me anymore. I want
Exactly.
you and Catherine to work out.
Right. Right. And okay, so then we have that, and we have the girl who is not gonna give the dude a break because of the promise ring. I'm like, girl, get over it. Get over it.
I can see why she was upset though.
I can see that, but when are you gonna get over the situation though?
I the reason she's not over it is because the way he did it confused everybody, and then she lost her two key people in her family before they could actually see it happen.
So then are you blaming me because somebody died?
I'm blaming you because you were playing in my face. Because what they didn't show us, but it seems that he was serious about marrying her. And after giving her the ring, maybe in the moment that he gave her the ring, he decided in that moment to call it a promise ring. So it would, up until the moment he gave her the ring, it was a real engagement ring. And then he changed his mind. And that is like confusing. She feels like she can't trust. You don't want to be in a situation where you can't trust the actions because talk is cheap, but actions matter.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
don't want to not be able to trust that he's gonna do what he says he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. However, I do think that his point was valid. Like, had we really gotten married, I would be divorced now. And it's like, yeah, because you and low key and the stripper pole and the car wash, like you was doing too much back then,
Entirely too much.
trying to marry somebody anyway. So I don't know why you did this big thing in front of all her friends and family. That was crazy. But you was right not to do it because you weren't anywhere close to being ready.
And that is something I'm not going to speak on because to me, in my culture, that's what I expect. I expect a dude to come to my family, tell them I see a future with. This is what we call a dowry celebration. You're coming to pay a price to my parents. Price meaning money. You're gonna come over here and pay money to my parents for and appreciate them for raising me as who I am or who I've become. And every tribe in my country have different types of prices they put on a girl, like how many cows, how many goats, how many all that. And so that kind of, it's a promise. You're making a promise to the family saying, I see a future with this person. I'm gonna marry this person. I'm not there yet, but I need your blessings.
I
And so to
think
me,
I
yeah, go ahead.
think him and the promise ring and all of the foolishness he had going on, she wanted to get married to him for the wrong reasons at that time.
Yes.
He had too much going on.
Yes.
But she probably thought he would cut out the foolishness, the immature behavior,
Mhm.
if he saw her as serious enough to be engaged to, not promised. But the funny thing is, I think what really happened to him and her, I think he thought he grew complacent and he didn't realize the woman he had. He didn't realize the woman he had until she had good dates. And the dates were like, I actually liked that last dude she went on a date with.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm. Me too.
I thought
I
that
just you know, like our confessionals with that little kind of tone, like I don't know why it was annoying me all the time. Like
because
I
it looked
see
like
on
poor
TV,
people
like,
clothes.
that
It
little
looked like
tiny
he got it out
orange.
of a bin. It was misshapen.
Ah,
It looked like it might have belonged to her nana.
yes. I was like, why is she wearing this little? I was so annoyed every time she
But
came on our
I'll say
confession.
this: he seemed to have a marked improvement in his behavior
Mhm.
and in his appreciation of who he was with.
Mhm.
And I think it's because, we weren't seeing any of that until she went on that first date where he was like, "Holy shit, wait.
Mhm.
Oh, dude gave her flowers? What they laughing at?" Then he started listening to what was being said to him.
Mhm.
Not necessarily only by her, but by the dates, when he could listen to the dates. Because by the time he saw somebody really show up that he thought could give him a chase, the chick was talking to him. He was like, "Yeah, but what you think my girl doing right now?" Like when the chick was like, "We could hug," he was like, "Nah, we actually can't. Don't try to hug me. I'll give you dap though." Like he was not. I think he wasn't appreciating the woman he had until he saw other people appreciating the woman he had.
Right. Now let's
But
talk
does
about
that,
Flamingo.
no, but wait, does that have staying power is the question for me. Or is
Okay.
that in that moment? Does she always have to show that other people want her for him
That's what I'm
to not
saying.
think he's losing out on the chicks from the pole down to the car wash?
I don't
And
think so.
that's
I
the
think
thing. I think he needs to show, he keeps talking about this work that they've done on themselves. And so I'm not sure if we've seen it all the way. Like he says he's listening, he says he's communicating. I don't know. I mean, hopefully that's the case. I mean, he seems to have
I
slowed
hope
his
so too.
roll,
His
but I hope so.
proposal was very thoughtful.
Hmm. I hope
Yeah.
so too. I just did not like his lips when he was talking to mommy. No, I'm like, yo, dude, you put something on your lips. Like that's disgusting to me. Like,
Truth be told, I would like to put something on my lips now.
you know what I'm saying?
Mod, you already know OWN ain't got no budget. So I don't know why you are talking about makeup, why you talking about fashion. They don't have makeup
No,
artists, they don't have fashion
Erica,
people. They
Erica,
don't have the money, girl.
this
It's not
you
Oprah.
don't need
Oprah the Soulless
Erica.
Network. That's not Oprah money. They don't have that money to do all those things.
Let's talk about the flamingo then. Let's talk about the flamingo girl. Go ahead, Joshua and Joya.
Um, it's interesting to me that, like, did we miss the work? Because they all talk about all this deep work that went in. And to me, it was just like 3 or 4 weeks of going on dates with other people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm.
I think the person who actually did work and needed to do work was Joya. She needed to slow down. And the question she asked in the confessional was like, "I love the man. Do I want the man or the ring? I want the man. I love the man. Do I want the man or the child? I want the man. The ultimate is I want the man." Because I don't know what he's like behind closed doors, but he needs to be teaching classes to these dudes out here.
You know,
He's
thank
grounded.
you.
He appears to be
Yes.
grounded. thoughtful. He appears to listen. I don't think she was telling him her love language the right
No,
way.
he, yeah. Mhm.
I think instead of saying her what her love language was, she was saying, I want to get married and have a baby.
I want a baby. I want a baby right now.
I think that if she was saying, you know what, we don't have to go to Jamaica. Can we just go to my favorite? Let's do a picnic. Nobody really want to do a picnic. That's why you ain't going to picnic. Like, I need a basket. I need to get food for the basket. We need to go outside. We sitting on a bench, but everybody know a traditional picnic ain't on nobody bench. Now I gotta crouch down to sit on the ground. This picnic, if picnic, there's ants, there's mosquitoes, and they doing all of this, and not for nothing. They had coats on. Get out of my face with this foolishness. If I don't want to do a picnic in the summer, I don't want to do a picnic with gloves on. That's my rant. That's what I got.
Erica, go ahead.
So my thing is, I guess I need to see more because I think I don't know. Like she said in the confessional, I want the
You
man.
don't have any time to see anything more. You don't have
No.
any time to
My
see anything more.
point
This
is,
it. This
no,
is
my
it.
point is what I said before. Like, if you really want a baby, like you do have a clock. And this whole thing with Dr. Stacy, like, oh, you can have a baby at 41, 42. Like, nah, that's a real thing. So I think Joshua is a great guy, but are you really committed to I'm okay with not having another kid? And that's a big thing. So to me, I feel like when her dad was like, where are you on the baby thing? And I think it's valid.
Oh, it's valid, but another thing that I wondered was, does she want more children, or is that something that her dad wants? Because he's like, I have 20 million grandchildren, but only one from Joya. Excuse me, Mr. Jamaica. We don't have to populate. Where all these children come from? All these children with your wife, sir? Because you got to ask.
I mean, some children are born in the marriage, some children are born outside the marriage.
But they were all born in love, right?
Exactly. That's the Caribbean way, baby. So, but I will say, but to me, I feel like I don't know, but she has been talking that baby thing from the beginning. So
I was surprised. It's almost like her father was saying one isn't enough.
Right. And to me, she was saying the same thing.
And was she saying it because of her, or was she saying it because of the pressure?
I don't, and that's the thing. Like to me, she came in saying it. So her father could be reiterating it, but she didn't say, oh, my daddy or my grandparents, or because a lot of people do say, okay, my parents are pressuring me. So I'm not saying that she did or she didn't.
I would have appreciated a discussion about freezing her eggs.
Me too. And then I brought this up to Mod before is because I looked at it later in life too. As you get older, it's harder to the quality of your egg is just not the same even when you're freezing it, right? So to me, I feel like Dr. Stacy or Dr. Nicole on the sidelines or somebody need to have a real discussion with her with what is this urge for you behind having a child? Because all those things that she brought up about the age between her children, her age when she has a baby, all those things are valid things that do have a timeline. So are you willing to say, okay, maybe we don't have our own kids, maybe we adopt, maybe I do donor eggs later in life or whatever. Are you okay with these other alternatives so that you can be with this man and this is the life that you want? Or because he wants to travel and live our best lives. We both got kids, which is also valid. But I'm like, she gave up on that dream, quote unquote, of having a baby so easily. And there was never really any discussion. And it was kind of like Dr. Stacy said.
I almost feel like he told her they had a date. And the date when they were eating cake. And the reason why I highlight the cake is one, I love cake. And two, when he got his dessert, it seemed like she was eating chicken, and when she got dessert, he was eating. It was a very weird scene. But I feel like he told her. I feel he promised her that she would get a baby within a certain amount of time. And I think that his aversion. I feel like his aversion to having a child was not that he didn't want another child. It's the way she was trying to bully him into it.
I agree with that part because in the last episode or wherever, when he's like, "Ooh, let's start that baby making," and I'm like, "Dude, don't even play. Like, where you at? What we doing?" So to me, I feel like they kind of tossed, kind of like with Ricky. That's kind of a storyline that was just kind of tossed away, and I'm like, nah. Especially as you get older, that's a real thing, and that's really can lead to all sorts of regret and whatever if you don't come to terms with that. So however you do, I would have appreciated Dr. Stacy really getting into what are your really urges behind wanting another child? Does that child actually have to be your biological? You could adopt. There's so many other things you could do.
What's the trigger here?
What's the need for this?
Like when we look at Tiffany and Lou,
right?
The reason she wants a child is not a good reason to want a child.
Exactly, and that's what you need.
She has a child already. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's what you need the therapy on. And Dr. Stacy was kind of like, "Ooh, you got a good man. Give up on what you talking." And maybe get pregnant at 42. I'm like, okay, we need an actual doctor in the house who has a degree because I don't know what you're talking right now.
But you want to know what? This isn't about this show. AJ Wright is a life coach. The girl from House Party. You're familiar.
Yeah.
And she had a show. And I love the way her show goes. Like, she'll show you the issue. She'll show you the couple. She'll meet with them. She'll try to get all the stuff Dr. Stacy's doing. Then she brings in the professionals. And, things I didn't know. If you're going to, I think every woman in her 20s, whether she wants children or not, should take the decision of freezing the eggs so that when you're ready, even if you're ready in your 30s, those eggs right there in the 20s going to be some of the best eggs you're going to have.
Exactly. Right. Because it's like, okay, what is her 35, 37-year-old egg going to do in a freezer? Not much. I'm just going to say, hopefully it would be okay. But I know in my late 30s, I looked into it and it was like, I'm sure technology is better now, but they were definitely like, no, ain't nothing we can do with these half powdered eggs, girl. Nothing. We're not putting these in the freezer. No, boo. So I agree with you on that. Or, but even if she, but not to say that, but I think they should have gone deeper in that issue because I think that's a real issue. And it
would have done the show some good to have some, maybe one of the dates is them going now to a place where they have a real true discussion about what happens if she doesn't freeze her eggs now.
Right.
And the pros of freezing them now, even if they're not going to be used by them.
Right. I agree. Or something like just to me, I feel like it was a storyline kind of like with Ricky where it was just came in strong with it. And now at the end of the season, it's a throwaway. Like what we've been watching all this whole time. You've been talking about a baby the whole time. You just need Dr. Stacy to tell you, girl, you got a good man. Forget about it. Like we could have done that in 3 episodes.
She did need to recognize, like, we should have seen more of her really like that. I want the man. We should have seen, it should have been a more weighted process. We should have seen more.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that would make the show that much better. Instead of throwing in a stupid ass date.
I still need my Dr. Nicole. This Stacy girl, she's not giving me nothing. I need Dr. Nicole to come back.
I mean, she did get some of the men to cry.
She is an old boy. I mean, come on now.
I can't with Goody. I cannot do it.
But it's been up and down for me because I feel like the people are saying that they did a lot of work, right? We didn't see any of it, but we saw some kind of progress. We saw more emotion in the rooms. And Dr. Stacy don't want them to mess up her degree or her license with their bullshit. Because can you imagine not Dr. Stacy, Dr. Nicole. Can you imagine you do 2 seasons of a show and you telling people you're a relationship expert and you not telling people nah, this relationship is bullshit. So now when you go to your real clients, your $500 an hour clients, they're like, you couldn't even tell if that was a real relationship.
Right.
How you gonna tell if we could work or not?
Okay.
She was like, nah, y'all not gonna do no more seasons of ruining my license. Nope. Get somebody else to do it. And you know what?
This is
Other
it.
actual doctors were probably like, nah, you not. I saw what you did to Dr. Nicole. You better get you a life coach.
Exactly. Y'all kept Dr. Nicole in a ponytail how many seasons? And then anytime you see her on the interview, her hair will be laid for the gods. I'm like, why are you not wearing this on the show? I am confused. On YouTube, she looks fabulous. Not that she didn't look cute with the ponytail.
Yeah, but you have her locks are flowing.
Erica,
I mean,
you're
I
so
saw her
wrong.
some
You're
YouTube
so
interviews. I was
wrong.
like,
Erica,
that's
you're
not
so
your
wrong for
ponytail.
that.
I was like, girl, you gotta take your hairstylist even when you on the set because they had you looking like crazy for how many seasons?
Erica, you're so wrong for that. You're so wrong.
She's not though. She's actually so right. That's exactly what it would be. She show up on the interview, be like, "Who this?
Girl,
What
I
show
saw
they
her do
talking
some stuff
about?
on YouTube. It took me a minute. I was like, is that Dr. Nicole?
What
Like,
show they- Like, why this pretty lady talking about put a ring on it? Oh
I
shit!
know. I was like, what? This is what happens when you don't slick your hair back. Girl, you need to do this every week. Like, she looked so great. So, Dr. Nicole, we do miss you, girl, but I understand because, and that's the thing I think I like, overall, I like Dr. Stacy, but I feel like, and I don't know, because to me, I feel like a life coach should still be able to because I don't think it comes necessarily from the degree, but I think she was very surface with people, where Dr. Nicole, I think, got a little deeper into what's
I think if
behind
you're
all
not
these
going
things.
to get a doctor, when Dr. Stacy comes in to meet with Joya and Jasha at their house, she bring an infertility specialist to have a true discussion.
Right.
And then now you cook it with fire.
Yes.
Know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now that's how
or,
you make it fire.
or when you go to see Ricky and Catherine and 80 people in the home, you bring a financial planner so they can figure out how to move out. I'm just saying.
Or a real estate agent. What
Thank
about
you.
one
A
of
real
the
estate
days?
agent, someone who can show you how to save so you can move to get a down payment, or if you even if you move to get your deposit, because I'm not saying you got to buy, you can still rent, boo, but you got to move. Okay, so
Or down to the places with the Affordable Housing Act.
exactly. Whatever you got to do. I'm not saying you got to rent or you got to own, but you got to get out of your mama's house. I'm just gonna say. So I'm gonna bring someone here to help you plan and budget, so you all can do this. So that's what they could do.
Donna D says she wishes Joya had given Luther a closure date because his gift was thoughtful. I agree. But do you see that in the reunion, that asshat gonna come and try to justify his reason for not dating single mothers? Nobody cares, dude. You ain't see that?
Yeah, I saw that in the preview, and I was like,
and he gonna be telling her what she should think about herself at certain stages in her life. Boy, if you don't go sit down,
I like,
and
boy, time out. Boy, you an extra on a contestant show. So what are you doing right now? You're not even a main character in this whole series. Like, why are you even talking?
Like, what are you doing besides subliminally talking to your mother?
I know. What are you doing right now?
And how about Marcus? Marcus, was that a ring that he was gonna now propose?
I hope so. Please save her, Marcus. Please. I mean, the problem is she can't really be with Marcus because he'd be like, yo, fam, I met you on the show and I took you from your man. What's going to happen when I go to work? You going to just go to the next dude?
I mean, she can't really be with Marcus because he's slimy and grimy, but anything is better than looking like a fool on Ricky's arm, which is how you looking, boo.
Like, I didn't even understand why she was sitting up on that couch with Ricky like that.
She's locked in with Ricky over there. They're matching with the outfits from Amazon. Like, They're so locked in, like,
I'm like, sweetie, you can go back to Dallas or whatever. You don't have to stay in Atlanta. You
You
can
ain't
you
gotta
can
do this. You don't have to do this.
girl, listen, they were matching with those little kind of funny colors that they had on there. I'm like, okay, now Ricky is stepping up.
But you want to know what? I think this is the peril for Catherine of having parents that are only like 10 to 12 years older than you.
Mm-hmm.
This is why young parenthood is bad, because like they still understand why her. I would not. I need to understand what made her move to living from her house to live with 1,000,001 strangers.
Did she have a house in Atlanta though, or did she come from Dallas straight to Atlanta?
It doesn't. It don't. No, I think she came straight to live with Ricky.
That's
Yeah,
what it
that's
looks
what I'm
like.
saying.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you something. Ain't no way on God's green earth that I could have came to my people and told them I was moving in with a man and his family. They would be like, say what now? Now, people have tried that in my family, and they have been cussed so stink. And everything that was said, because it was like, so wait a minute, let me get this straight. We are
Mhm.
homeowners, and you're going to go and
Mhm.
leave here to go
Mhm.
sleep
Right.
on a full-size bed? Why? Why are you
Mhm.
doing this? And everything that was said came to fruition. The people gonna cuss you and make you feel stupid happened. And especially moving into some place where a man's mother is, you could never be the queen of that castle.
Why would people do that though?
Your eggs always not gonna be fluffy enough.
I don't get it.
Your chicken always gonna be dry.
Right.
And your
100%.
doorknob to the bedroom that they let you have is always gonna be a little bit too dirty and dusty.
Oh,
Did she
Donna
clean
D.
this? Did she clean this?
I know, right? Donna D, you're correct. We were just talking about that crazy guy on the trailer, but yeah, we do know that they're different. Luther was the good date. Luther was the good guy.
Luther absolutely
So
was a good
yeah,
date.
that guy was crazy on his date, and I feel like they're just throwing, to me, that guy just feels like a red herring. Like they're just throwing him
Yeah.
in. Like part of me wants to be like, dude, you seem like you're acting. Like I don't even take you seriously. Like I don't even halfway believe you believe what you're saying. So yeah.
She didn't have the date. She probably had the date and they
I don't understand why. Mhm.
I don't know. But yeah, I
Go
wasn't
ahead.
I'm glad the people who are getting married. I want them to. I think that they should be getting married. There's some things they need to discuss, but I think it was the right decisions. And the people who not getting married, that was the right decision as well.
Yeah.
Right. Me
And
too.
I agree with
I'm
that
with you on
part.
that.
I agree with that.
100%.
I agree on that too.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
I know
me too.
Catherine wanted to. I know Smokey was trying to come out down there in that restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Smokey. I hear you. I just don't understand why she says she's ready for marriage. I don't think she's ready for marriage. She needs to work on herself, be whole. And we can never be whole. Goody, we can never be whole.
That's
Even
not
right
the
now,
point. Is
I'm
to
not
be as
whole.
whole as you can, so that you're not coming
Yes,
with a whole hole
yes.
in your whole situation, because it's just bad.
But
There's
Yeah,
nothing
I just
about
think that
that
you can never be.
situation. I would have been embarrassed to bring that to TV.
and I think one of the things, because this reminds me kind of that first season or whatever that season was, where, because I kind of think like that's the point of the show. Like these people have been together 10 years, like the one where the guy actually slept with the person. But it's like, to me, it's like, yeah, like maybe if this is Dr. Nicole or Dr. somebody to be like, okay,
Why?
why are you here for this long? What is it in you that thinks that this is the best you can do? Or this is, like, why do you need to date three people to realize like you could do better than this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's something deeper going on with her. And a lot of it, I think, is from her parents and whatever issues she's having with that. But she got to work those issues out, because she'll leave Ricky and get in some other crazy comfortable scenario and be stuck
Right.
there for a million
Right.
years.
100%. I agree. I agree.
And then another
Um,
thing, like, you got to look at the patterns. Like, if the last relationship before you start dealing with Ricky was a man who had a co-parenting situation that was suspect, and now you're dealing with Ricky. You knew Ricky. Ricky never had to meet his wife. He never even had to. He never had to have children.
right.
You've known him. If y'all was supposed to be, y'all would have been. Leave it alone. Cut it loose.
Yeah.
Cause again, he looking at his own butthole. Cause his vision for the future is to live with his family.
Goody.
And then they're making it, Erica, you are right. They're making it so normal. She's like, I love, if nothing were to change and you were to be the way you are today, I would still love you. What?
I would love you, but I wouldn't marry you and
No,
take
but
your
you
kids
want
and your nephews and everybody
because
else to
I
school
accept
and
you as
camp.
you are today. What? What?
Girl, make it make sense, boo. Are you
do
doing this for the
what?
TV show? What are you saying right now?
Perfect? Because he's not. And that's what the ex-wife is trying to. The ex-wife wants you to stay. Don't ever feel threatened by that ex-wife, because she probably mad at your ass for letting him loose to marry her ass in the first place.
Exactly. Because that ex-wife is looking at you like you doing more than I would do. I got my own place, so I'm good. I'm going to stay in my own place over here.
And I hate his mama.
Why?
No, the ex-wife is like, nah, I hate his mom. You know, I don't like the way his family used to come at me. But another thing, how much money is he giving the ex-wife? Why you ain't got no money, Ricky? Where the money at, Rick?
Well,
you driving the only car to work, Ricky. Where the money
we
at?
we have the reunion coming up, you guys, next week. You guys, Goody and Erica, can you stop ghosting me like this? We were supposed to have this.
Okay, you changed the day, Mod.
I never changed nothing.
No.
We not reach any of you.
We've always did it on a Sunday. We always did it on a Sunday.
Know all of how I've been ghosted. You a snitch, man. You be snitching.
And we always did it on a Sunday, and then all of a sudden yesterday,
Now,
like, oh yeah, can we do it at 7:30 on Saturday? I'm like, what? Saturday?
No.
No, I saw that dude with whipped cream. He confused me. The dude with the whipped cream on his mouth. I was like, let's talk about this bullshit.
No. Like, that's not sexy to me.
No, it was not.
JJ's not sexy to me. He's entertaining, but he's not sexy.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's not.
And Gucci is sexy.
Gucci is sexy, and
Gucci
she's so
is sexy.
pretty.
Especially when he came with that outfit. You got up, and you know when Gucci is doing, he's going like this with his.
Between the gap, between his, like, it's something about him, and then those little braids in the back. I mean, it's not my flavor, but it's totally entertaining. Like, he is great Jackson, Mississippi TV. So keep doing what you're doing, JJ.
Is that what they are over there?
But he got children that are adult and can be embarrassed by this.
They
can't be embarrassed after all these years. After seeing
this episode, I would totally go over to their house with a belt and be like, yo, if I see you doing any of that on TV again, it's me and you, sir.
Oh my God. Well, so, you guys go, please watch Young, Famous, and African. I'm going to postpone my live for tomorrow because I really want you guys to be there. It's fun.
Cool. I'll be caught up.
You have to watch it. It's fun.
Yeah. No, I've been watching it, so I'm going to do the first 3 because I have, Mod, I can't wait to, and it's so funny because I watched the Real Housewives of Durban,
Jersey?
I think.
Durban.
And
Okay. Durban.
yeah,
Yeah.
and but I only saw, for some reason they haven't put the other seasons up. And so
And that
Zari,
the new house of that Durban, it's in South Africa.
I know, but they're in
Mhm.
season 3 and season 1 is on Peacock, and I'm like, I want to see the other seasons. But
It's fun.
it's so
And you,
funny
and
because
you can see the girls who are being authentic and the girls who are being westernized, right?
right, and then I have so many questions about so many questions because when I watch this show, Mod, there's so
Okay,
many
girl.
people where I'm like,
I will be
I'm
answering
watching
all
it
your questions.
and I'm like,
I will,
and my first question, I need to know who's bleaching, who's not bleaching, because I'm looking at
I'll
that skin like,
tell
why
you
does it look so
everything.
crazy on camera? What is going on
They
here?
are bleaching. They are
Yes,
bleaching.
okay, because that's what I was like. I was like, oh, this bleach is not looking nice. And
But
Girlfriend,
then
why do they think it looks good?
I
It
don't
never
know,
looks
a
girl.
good.
thing. It is a
Being
thing
from
in Africa, though.
Chicago,
Not
I'm
because
like,
it has like a green.
wait, now being from Chicago, I'm like, will you let Sammy Sosa tell you what happens?
It is a
Because
thing.
yeah,
Erica, you wait and watch Young Famous in Africa. This Kanyimbao bleach her skin. Zari has bleached her skin. Like all
I
people
know.
over here, they are bleached.
I know, and I could tell. Like when I was looking at, I was like, it looks. I was like, do they not know that it's coming through? And I'm
No, they
watching on my
don't.
computer, so I don't even have HD, and I'm like,
Girlfriend,
that's crazy.
your computer is not lying.
No, but like
You know what
there's
I'm
this
saying?
green undertone. Cause now they start looking like green, like sick.
Yeah, and that's because that's what happened to Sammy Sosa. So I'm just like, you all know what happens when you go too far. When
And
when
then
you
what
do too
happens when
much.
you actually go into the sun? And you're in
That's
Africa now.
why. And I want you to watch this Young Famous in Africa. And you see Kanyimbao, who has bleached herself. You can see her on the beach. She's not wearing anything. Like this, the like that's the beach wear. She's
Right.
covered herself everywhere. Ah,
Yes.
watch.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
talk about it.
So
You
wait,
guys, let's
yes.
talk about it.
okay, wait. So the skin bleaching is on the up incline. Skin cancer has to be on the incline as well.
Yeah. And guess what? The little girls, they see them on social media. They think, just like over here. No, I not necessarily even over here. Like when they see these women, on social media, they want to just be like them, and then they are buying cheap stuff to lighten their skin. And then this is cancerous, though. So for them, they're gonna go to the best care that they can to bleach their skin. But the little girls in the village, they're just using ridiculous things to lighten their skin. Watch.
Yes,
Confessions is
yes.
waiting
We
for
have
me.
so much to talk about. So let's say it
Yes.
for Wednesday. Yes,
Confessions is waiting for me on her platform. I'm gonna go over there and do Love and Marriage, Huntsville. I'm tired of this
Who's
porn.
waiting for you?
Why are people doing porn? Why are you gonna do porn when you're married?
Well,
Wait a minute. So wait. Well, okay, I guess we'll text you guys. Are we still doing Love and Marriage Huntsville? And
We
then on a
should.
side note,
I wanna do that, you guys.
is Love and Marriage DC even coming back? Is it being replaced by
They finished
Detroit?
coming back.
Like, what's going on?
it's
I thought they
coming
said they
back.
were coming back, but when are they coming back? Because Detroit is about to start. So I have so many questions.
Yeah, tons. Donna,
First of all,
we didn't discuss Jasmine's mom, except that Ma didn't like Zay's lips. She thought he could have put on some lip balm.
well, Erica, did you like the lips too? I did not like the lips.
No. I agree with you in all
See?
the titty.
Yeah.
However,
Goody
Mod,
on the spot.
again, Mod, I have to tell you, very much like TV One, when stations do not have a budget, you have very high expectations when you know there's no makeup artist back there.
They
Like,
could bring some Vaseline down to the place. Though.
it's all natural, and the cameraman is shooting film. He don't got time to tell you your lips are ashy. So we have to show grace, Mod, until they can increase their budgeting.
Okay.
And we have to keep watching the show so that they have
So they can get more money. I love Jasmine's mom though, and I think it's so cute. They look exactly alike. But I thought her mom was very cool. And to me, what I was going to say about this, what I like about Jasmine's mom, and I'm trying to think who else's mom. It made me think of Love and Marriage Huntsville and some other shows where it's like your mom can ride for you without being like a jerk to everybody else and being like objective.
Without acting like everyone's trying to be jealous of you. Your mom could be like, no, you my daughter, you know you it. You know you deserve the best things in life. Go out there and get them. Not
Yeah. Now,
not sit back. I'm gonna go and get the good things and bring them to you.
yeah, and I'm gonna fight everybody for you, and I'm gonna act like you don't ever make mistakes, because I like Jasmine's mom when she was also talking to Jasmine,
She
because
was
she's like, you're
you are in control.
controlling,
Yes.
you're whatever.
Yes.
She brought, so to me, I feel like that's your mom being your ride or die, and not trying to also be a star
Holding
of,
you
of
accountable.
your show. Like, you know,
Right.
be honest. So I loved her mom as well. I agree with that.
Right. All right, you guys, please go ahead, watch Goody. Don't do that. I've been calling you. Don't you know you have not been watching, so you don't answer my
Stop
phone calls.
snitching. Stop snitching. That's what we talking about. Stop snitching.
That's true. That's true. Some things can stay behind the curtains.
Donna D, don't listen to her. We a perfect co-host. Perfect. All right, y'all. Bye.
All right. Bye.
I love
See
you
you
all.
guys. I'll check your
Thank you,
live
guys.
on Huntsville.
We talk about love and marriage, because we really need to do love and marriage. The three of us, we need to do love and marriage, Huntsville.
Girl.
Yeah.
I just be so scared because these
We-
people act like
we need to do
complete
that.
donkeys online
We
behind
need to do that.
love and
We need
marriage.
to do that.
I like Melody. I say if I were going to be like anyone, I would be like her because of her business mind. Nothing about the romance. That said, I can see where she does wrong. She's a human being. The way these people carry on, I don't want none of them, because I
None of them.
I look for
None of
addresses
them.
and I'll hunt you down and
I
I punch
agree.
you
None
down.
of them.
And I will say this. Even though it's a fake relationship, shout out to Cherie for not snatching Tiffany's pregnant
What?
wig. Because I would be like, girl, I don't know you. I was on Real Housewives. We made Carlos, who made your show, boo. So you need
Please
to
get
step
out of my
down.
face. I would have broke the third wall, the fourth wall. I would be like, who sent her?
I would turn around and be like, oh, hey, Carlos, remember I'm doing you this favor being on your show because I have my own show that's on right now. So check her, boo, before I have to.
So wait, Confessions is talking about all of last week's drama?
Mhm.
Or is she talking about the show?
I don't know what
both.
she's talking about. I'm just gonna be there to support. I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Love
we'll
you
see
guys.
there.
All right, bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
you guys.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Bye, Donna D.
Bye.
Bye, Donna D. Bye.